Hello, welcome to my channel today. This is the King's Tutor. Now we are asked to solve this question that relates to adjustment. Okay, we have done several videos on that. Check in our YouTube channel. Okay, and the question said rent prepaid on the 1st of January 2014 is 600. Rent paid at 31st of December 2014 is 3,000, and rent prepaid 31st December 2014 is 400. Now the question now is rent for 2014 chargeable to profit or loss is dash. So now to do this, you have to be conversant with adjustment of the additional information. Okay. Now, if we want to solve this, I can do this in two ways. Now, the first one, let me use the ledger aspect. Now, we want to know the amount that will be charged to the profit and loss account. Now, if we have this rent, okay. Now, rent prepaid as at first, okay, first of um January 2014. So it becomes the balance brought forward. Okay, so we have here balance brought forward because rent is an expenses which has a debit balance. So we have 600. Now they said rent paid as at 31st December 2014. Now this is when they paid 31st December 2014. Now rent paid is once they said it's paid, that means they paid cash. Now the double entry for that rent paid, the cash book will be credited with rent, while the corresponding entry will come to the rent account. So it means we'll have here as cash of what 3,000. Okay, now as cash of 3,000. Why this last one rent prepaid as at 31st is 400. So 31st rent prepaid becomes our balance carry down of 400. Okay, so because we are lessing it, since it is for the same period, we are lessing its prepayment, you less. Okay, so we are lessing it from what was actually paid. So we have here, this is 3,600. Now 3,600 minus 400. So what will go to the profit or loss account will give us 3,200. So that if we add this together, it gives 36. So what is chargeable to the profit or loss is 3,200. And that is what? B. Now I can also do it in another way. Okay. Now if I do it in this way, I can say amount paid. What was paid for the rent is 3,000. Okay. Now we have two dates for rent prepaid. Now, for rent prepaid, prepayment for the current year you are solving, you less. Why? If it is not the current year, any other year that is not the current year for prepayment, you do the reverse of what you would have done for the current year. Now, what am I saying? Now, rent prepaid, because we are focusing on when it was paid, which is this, and it is prepaid as at this same period. So if it is paid this same period, prepayment for that same date, you less. But any date for prepayment that is not that same date it was paid, you do the reverse. So if you're lessing now for this one, it means you add. Okay, so if we said amount paid is 3,000, now rent prepaid at first, which is not this date, we'll add. So now we'll say add prepaid for first January, okay, 2014. Say add prepaid is 600. So we have 3,000 plus 600 will give us what? 36. Now when I say rent prepaid for this current year, prepayment you less. So when I say less prepaid for 31st of December. So it is 400. So 36 minus 400 will give us what? 32. So this is what is chargeable to the what? Profit or loss as what? Expenses. It is the same with that. Okay? So that is the solution. So the next one you solve, drop it in the comment section is the balance sheet as at 31st December 2014 will show A, this, B, D, C, and D. So drop the answer in the comment section, and I'll reply if you got that. Thank you very much. Follow us on our platform.